Hi there, I'm Ephraim Gopin of 1832 Communications. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Weekly Send, where I help your nonprofit upgrade your email, fundraising, and marketing efforts. We're going to continue this week looking at best practices for fundraising emails so your year-end campaigns will be successful. And today we're going to discuss 3 things that you should try to avoid. I often get asked, how many fundraising emails should we send? And my answer usually is, you're not sending enough. As long as you're sending a variety of content and you're consistently and constantly in touch with your subscribers, you can ask once a month. I've seen some people say you can ask once a week, but certainly a once a month ask via email is not too much. When is it too much? Well, it's one of those things where I need to see it in order, I can't define it, but when I see it, I know what it is. And I want to show you an example. This is from Friends of the Earth, and this was part of their Earth Day campaign. They had a fundraising campaign for Earth Day, which matches definitely their mission. And they emailed me 23 times in 31 hours and 4 minutes. It's a bit much. This is bombarding my inbox. So yes to asking more often than you are doing right now. Do it. Ask often. But there's also like overkill. So for sure, when you have a campaign in the last 3 days of the year, which during those 3 days, 12% of all giving gets given, December 29th, 30th, and 31st, yes, email twice a day, each of those days. That's fine. But don't email 23 times in 31 hours. It's a lot. It bombards people's inboxes, and they're just going to stop reading and paying attention to you. And odds are your unsubscribe rate is also going to go up because people are just going to get sick and tired of hearing from you. The second thing you want to try to avoid is having everything seem urgent. Now, we'll start here with the subject line from this Friends of the Earth email. Urgent, we missed our National Public Lands Day goal, but there's still time to make up the difference. Now, they use the word urgent in the subject line, and that's good. You do want to create a sense of urgency with your campaigns in getting to not a matter of the goal, but it's more the impact that donors and subscribers are going to have. So it's good to share that it's urgent and that it's timely, and that if there's a matching campaign that's ending in 8 hours and 42 minutes, let people know it's urgent. What you don't want to do is constantly tell people it's urgent, it's urgent, it's urgent, because then it might lose its urgency. So I want to share with you the opening here. So they used it in the subject line, and then here, this is urgent friend. Now I went back at emails that I've gotten from Friends of the Earth, and over the last 15 days, I got 30 emails from them. 12 out of 30 said urgent. That's over a third. That's 36%. Now I know most of your subscribers aren't opening all your emails, let alone half your emails. But let's say there are subscribers who are opening a decent amount of emails. If every 1 out of 3 emails says urgent, got to give now, urgent, got to give now, urgent, got to give now, it starts to lose that sense of urgency. And that's obviously not what you want. You want that urgency to work because that is going to motivate people to give. Sharing that there's urgency in the campaign is effective in getting more people to give more money. But when everything is urgent, every single email is urgent, 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 it loses that sense of urgency, and you don't want to lose that effect. So yes to using the word urgent, yes to showing timers or clocks and telling people a countdown clock, whatever it is, yes, do that, but be careful how often you do that, because then it's going to lose that sense of urgency. And the third thing I want to share with you today is what's the goal? So just because it's end of year doesn't mean, hey, that's a reason to fundraise. Yeah, I know, I understand the tax implications and everything, but you still have to share what's going to be the impact. People care about impact. Here's something they don't necessarily care about. This email opens up with, the bad news, we're falling short of our World Orca Day goal. The good news, there's still 12 hours left to help us reach our goal and have double the impact. You'll notice it's all about our goal, help us, our goal. It's very organization-centric. And here's a little fundraising tip for you. No one cares about your internal fundraising goals. So if you decided that this year at year end, we have to raise $100,000, don't start bombarding people with emails saying, we're $75,000 short of our goal, we're this. That's not what you want to do. Share what the impact of that 100K is going to be and why you need to raise 100K. But if you're only talking about the internal goals, we had this internal goal, we decided we had to raise 100K. Nobody cares about your internal fundraising goals. And in fact, in this email, they constantly mention our goal, our goal. They're talking about us, the organization. They're not talking necessarily about the donor. It's not donor-centric, and you want to avoid that with your fundraising copy. So again, the best practice is, yes, you might have a goal, an amount, a dollar amount, but have that around the impact. Let people know what's going to be the impact so that they want to help you reach the goal, because donors want to have impact and they want to do good. Takeaways for today's episode. Number one, yes to sending emails. Send those fundraising emails. Get them out there, but no to bombarding inboxes. 23 emails in 31 hours is way too much. Number two, urgency can work, but not if everything is urgent. So just be careful how often you include a countdown timer or the word urgent, or saying a sense of urgency, putting a sense of urgency in your copy. And number three, no one cares about your internal fundraising goal. Make sure your copy is all about impact. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Weekly Send. We'll see you next time.